welcome to another edition of Secondary Treasures, Unlocking Your Future, the show that features all of the extraordinary programs that we offer our secondary students in St. Lucie County. And we are really excited today because we are going to be featuring our newest school, Performance-Based Preparatory Academy. And today we have some very special guests with us. Allow me to introduce Miss Letty Richardson, school principal.
Wow.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting us.
Jamira Williams, a current student at Performance-Based Preparatory Academy.
Hi.
Hi, thank you for coming, Jamira. And Miss Gina Daigle, the school counselor at Performance-Based Preparatory Academy.
Hi, Dr. Well.
Hi, thank you for coming, all of you. So let's start with you, Letty, because I know that Performance-Based Preparatory Academy is sort of a well-kept secret on the Treasure Coast, and it's a wonderful school. Can you tell us a little bit about Performance-Based?
Yes. Performance-Based Preparatory Academy is a non-traditional route for students to get a standard diploma. And it's computer-based instruction. The students receive their direct instruction from the computer, but they've got a content-certified teacher in the lab that reinforces any situations that they have as far as their schoolwork and they're struggling with.
Okay. So you've been dedicated to this for a long time, and we're going to hear more about that. But what do you think is the value of Performance-Based Preparatory Academy for St. Lucie County?
The value of performance-based for St. Lucie County is that it gives kids a second chance. Basically, those students that have dropped out of school for some unknown reason, as well as those students that are behind in credits and they need to retrieve credits to come in. And the beauty of the program, too, is it ranges from ages 16 to 22. As long as a student has entered high school, then we've got something that will accommodate their success as far as getting a high school diploma.
Okay, and I know you've been with Performance-Based now for a while, but you are our newest principal. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And so with all of your years of experience, what do you think has prepared you to take on this challenge that you just described to help students earn their high school diploma?
The district has afforded me the opportunity to have a broad experience. I've been from K-12. Basically, I've done K-8 and I've done high school. But I think the thing with me with this program is that I've seen kids struggle, and I've built relationships to the point that I know that any student, they really want to be successful. They want structure, but they just want to know that you mean them well and that you're supporting them.
I think one thing that really shows through with you and all my work with you is your passion for kids and really, really trying to help make them successful. So you really found your niche in this non-traditional setting.
Yes,
Would you agree?
I did, because I can relate to some of the kids, and my thing is there's no excuse. Get an education, because I came from a single-family home.
Okay, well, I think you're in the right spot. And let's tell our viewers a little bit more specifically about the program, because some people may be thinking, is this program really for me? And I know we've prepared a few slides, so maybe you could talk us through a little bit more specific of a description of the program.
Okay. The students, you have certified teachers in every lab. Let's just say the English lab. You've got every English subject going on in that one specific lab. The kids are able to work at their own pace, and they have their own individual plans that accommodates what they need. We've also got 3 sites so we can accommodate schedules. If we've got, some of our students are parents and they work, so we've got a schedule and site to accommodate their needs.
Okay, so you're talking about students being in the same classroom, maybe all at different levels in English. And I know the program also has some other components. Tell us a little bit about who benefits from Performance-Based Preparatory Academy being in existence.
Performance-based is a win-win situation for everyone. The students benefit because they're able to get a standard diploma. Parents benefit because this is what, as a parent, we look forward to our kids being able to become citizens and be an asset to society where they're able, if they want to go post-secondary or whether they just want to get a job. So it affords that, as well as the students just work at their own pace. They're not in a comprehensive class where they've got a teacher standing there and they're teaching all English 1, for instance, to a student. And because it's direct instruction from the computer, if a student misses something, they're able to go back on that computer and look at that instruction again.
Okay, and we talked about Performance-Based Preparatory Academy being our newest school, which it is, in a new location, and we're going to get more into that topic shortly. But the program itself has a long history of success, and I know it had started just before I arrived in St. Lucie County, which was a long time ago. Tell us about the history and the roots of the Performance-Based Diploma program.
Performance-based has been in existence over 25 years. And it started out as a school within a school, being housed at Fort Pierce Central. But because we've grown so, we were given the opportunity to open up our own campus. And with that, we're a non-traditional school, but we've got our own mascot, we've got our school colors, we've got our student council, we've got our senior officers, and we've basically grown so, and we've done so well with students being successful that we had to get our own home.
Mm-hmm. So yes, it started 25 years ago, and at that time it was still a computer-based, at your own pace program. How unique was that 25 years ago? It was very innovative.
Yes, it was.
And it has remained innovative, and we have had so many students graduate because of the program. So we're just really excited to be able to expand it and offer it to more students.
And then with the age, with the students being, because on a comprehensive campus, 19 progression for the age, but with this program, students can come as old as 22 years old, but they're not put at our main campus. That's the purpose of those satellite campuses, to accommodate their needs. Because you'll have a student that maybe for some strange reason they had to leave school, but they only needed 2 or 3 credits.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
they're able to come back and get those credits and get that standard high school diploma.
Okay, so this summer I came over and visited you, and we heard the news that we were going to be able to indeed move to a new building. What did it take to establish a new school? And by the way, it is a beautiful school. Congratulations.
But I would like to say this, thanks for all of your support, because you were very supportive with us moving into the new building. Again, it was a rewarding experience, being able to assign the classes where I wanted the teachers to be, and ordering them the furniture for them, getting the schedule ready for that school. It was a rewarding experience, and the district was so supportive. And we love our campus.
Right.
And even we had a focus group with students coming in over the summer also.
How did the students contribute to establishing performance-based from a program to its own school?
Because we wanted buy-in from the students. The students weren't aware that we were moving. And when we found out, we had a focus group come in, and those students were a part of everything from choosing the mascot, school colors, and they were just all involved in it, and they were so excited and looking forward to their new home.
Mm-hmm. And I remember the whole process that we went through in terms of naming the school, because we had entertained, Gina was there, we had entertained a lot of other ideas, and ended up coming back to the roots of the program, not wanting to stray too far from the success,
Correct.
but still have a name that indicates that we are a new school. Has the name been well received with the community
yes.
and the students?
Of course, and I agree with you, and we discussed that. We wanted the community to know that we were still in existence, but we were just coming out with additional things that we could offer students, and to have our own name and our own identity with our new home. But the community has accepted it very well, and the students really like the name too.
Oh, that's fantastic. And I see the new marquee on Delaware, so it's really getting a lot of presence and a lot of recognition in the community as its own identity.
And passing by at night, it looks beautiful lit up.
Yes, it does. And so you mentioned several times when you're describing Performance-Based Preparatory Academy, the labs and the fact that the students work on at their own pace. How is that different from another part of non-traditional programming, which we talk about virtual education? How is it different?
With virtual, the students are working from a home or whatever, and they're working from the computer. And they can talk to their teachers or whatever. But in this program, certified teachers are sitting right there with them in that lab. So they're accessible. If they're having a problem or they're struggling, then the teacher is able to come and support them in that lab. And as I said before, every teacher is certified in their content.
Okay, so it's a blended model with a teacher there in real time supporting the student's learning, as well as the student having the flexibility to direct their own learning and go at their own pace.
Yes.
So kind of the best of both worlds.
There you go.
Okay.
Direct instruction from the computer. So some kids just, you know, they don't fit into that comprehensive setting. And we've got some kids that have come in and they're able to sit there and get through that computer work. A computer doesn't take the place of a teacher. But you've got some kids that are a little more organized and they can get through it. They can operate those, you know, these kids these days, the computer is nothing for them to operate. So it has been really good for those kids that don't want to sit into that traditional classroom with the traditional classroom setting. We've got a different breed of students now. They are so sharp and they want to just move and do what they need to do.
Yeah, they're technology
Oh,
natives.
technology
for
set.
sure.
Oh, yes.
Okay, let's switch over to you, Ms. Daigle. You are a very experienced guidance counselor, and I know the students at Performance-Based Preparatory Academy just love you. I hear
Thank
about
you.
that. And I know you've had experience at all levels, elementary and high school both. Tell us how your role is different, or how the job is a little bit different for you at Performance-Based versus your previous roles.
As a counselor, just seeing the kids through, seeing kids at a point in their lives where they're a little bit older, a little more mature. As Ms. Richardson said, the program, we do take 16 to 22. So some kids might have fallen away from school for a little while. Some of them are young parents, but I think the main difference is I think they already know what it's like to be out there and having their life experiences, work experiences without a standard high school diploma, and realizing that they really need one. And so when they are with us at a little bit of an older age, they're more academically focused, and they're a little more serious than they were a few years back, where they might have caught a little bit of trouble. That's probably the first thing. Another big difference, I think, is that the teachers really, really have to be well-versed in all Englishes, or all, whatever the subject is. If it's science, it has to be the bio and the chem, and the earth. And then if it's social studies, it's all of them, because you do have one student sitting next to each other, you know, another one in social studies. One's on world history semester 1, the other one's on U.S. history semester 2. And the teacher has to be up and around, and so the teachers are really, really you know, on top of the kids with that, and have to know and have a really good knowledge base within their content area. So I think that's a pretty big difference between the schools.
So that last part of what you said would really keep you busy, because as students finish courses,
Yes.
you've got to update their schedule, unlike a traditional setting.
And that's so true. It's a mapping and remapping, because the kids do get excited when they finish, and they're ready to move into the next class that they need in order to graduate. So, yeah, it does keep me really busy. The other piece, along with that, when I do sit with them, a lot of my time does go to self-esteem counseling, and just keeping them, you know, at the point where they want to keep moving and keep motivated, and, you know, and wanting to finish, because they know that that'll provide for them a better life eventually.
So you have opportunities to do the true social personal counseling and the career guidance.
Yeah, and that's so rewarding.
Yeah.
It's so rewarding to put something within reach of a student that might not have had that hope initially, especially maybe going to college, you know, or finding a job or anything like that. It's nice to be a part of that for them.
I think what you described would give people a totally different perspective as to what they would expect, because it's a non-traditional setting for students who may not have been successful in their previous setting. But you just described a very academically focused school
Yes.
where the students are maturing and really coming to the realization that they need that diploma.
Right.
And that really, I think, would paint a different picture for people in understanding that. I know when I visit, that's what I see. Very serious learners, very focused, very quiet campus
Yeah.
with a lot of personalization. So, Ms. Richardson, to build off that personalized educational environment, you mentioned that there's different sites and different schedules.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about that, because as the students are older, as Ms. Daigle said, some of them are working, or they are parents, or they have other family obligations or challenges. How do you work around that, and how do these additional settings help our students?
Well, we have 3 sites. We've got our main campus at 2909 Delaware Avenue, and that's where those students, just like our comprehensive campus, the regular day school kids come from 7:31 to 1:41. And then we've got extended day at that same site, and that's from 2 to 6, and it's for those students that need fewer credits, but they are in close proximity to be able to walk there or whatever, because a lot of the problems with those kids is transportation. And that's why I really appreciate the district trying to have central, south, and north to accommodate all kids. At the extended day program from 2 to 6, again, those kids are older kids that need 5 or less credits, fewer credits. We even have students that come in, the beauty of the program, that have all their credits, but maybe they need to pass the assessment to get a standard diploma from having a certificate of completion to a standard diploma. We've also got our site in the northern area at Means Court. And those kids, again, those hours are Monday through Friday from 9 to 4. The kids that are older and they can walk there from Means Court and they're close into the community, they take that site. Then we've got Morningside that's attached to Morningside Library, and we have to work with the hours that Morningside Library has. So that site is on from Tuesday to Friday, from 9 to 4 also, and it serves those kids in the southern part of the county that don't have transportation to get, because my daytime program with those kids that come during the day, regular high school kids, we provide transportation for those kids, but the satellite sites, we don't provide transportation.
Okay, so you have students who may start in one program and their circumstances change. Can they switch between sites or hours?
Yes, they can, because the one thing that performance-based has with all sites is consistency. What's happening on one campus is taking place on the other. So a student can leave one site and smoothly transition onto another site. And we have had that. We have had students that, for some strange reason or something happening, that they've had to switch. And that's the beauty of it, to accommodate them, because this is their last chance, they know it, and we don't want them dropping out. So we accommodate them.
Right, I know I've seen you speaking with students in your new building and actually working out schedules with students when they can't make it anymore during the day and need to come in the evening. And it is very impressive to see that really personalized approach to making sure they're successful one way or another.
We tailor their needs,
That's
so
excellent.
there's no excuse.
So let's talk to Jamira. It is such a pleasure to have you here on the show. Is this your first time on TV?
Yes, it is.
Well, you look fantastic.
Thank you.
And, you know, I know it's a little bit personal because we're asking you about some decisions you made in your life, but you made the decision to apply to performance-based back when it was a performance-based diploma program.
Correct.
Can you tell us a little bit about why that you felt that that was a better match for you?
Well, me personally, I'm good with computers, and I work well independently. So when I heard of performance-based, I said, well, that could be for me, because in a traditional school, being with friends, it kind of got me distracted with my work, so I had to find something better that'll get me back on track to where I needed to be.
Okay, so you sound very self-aware. You knew your strengths working independently.
Yes.
And you also knew what was getting in your way, and so you took some action. That's commendable. And so now that you've been there for a while, how has the school helped you?
It has helped me a lot. Academically, I've improved. It helped me shape my goals, and I became a leader. And as becoming a leader, I am now the senior class president.
Oh, I heard that. Fantastic. So you actually ran for election as senior class president, and you won.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's fantastic. You really have taken advantage of the opportunity. And I'll come back to you in just a moment.
Okay.
Because actually you have me thinking about your future as a student, Jamira. And I know Ms. Daigle does a lot with career counseling. And Performance-Based Preparatory Academy has another unique feature involving some vocational course offerings. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Ms. Daigle, how it works and what it is?
I sure can. One of the programs that we're really excited about that just began earlier this year is the CNA program through IRSC. And that gives kids the opportunity to do hands-on work in a joint partnership with IRSC. So the kids could go out there for dual enrollment. They take those classes at night and start their track to, in the health field through that program. So that's really neat. We also offer certificates in HVAC, which is air conditioning, and through the college as well, auto and office skills. And when the kids are done with these specific programs through IRSC, they are equipped with their license, and they could get jobs. They're marketable at that point, and it also satisfies their performing arts credit, so that's good for graduation. So
you described heating and air conditioning as a potential career for your students, automotive, office skills, and the healthcare industry.
Yes.
And those are all vocational and college credit enrollment through Indian River State College.
Exactly.
Is there any cost to the students for these programs?
No. The only thing, there's only the one cost for the uniform for this CNA program, but other than that, the district picks up the tab for the kids, which is really, really nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that is
It's
a
an opportunity.
great opportunity. And also, with HVAC, heating and air conditioning, that is a vocational program that we don't offer anywhere else. So that's a unique opportunity.
And it's funny because a student had come to me and said that she was ready to apply to one of our local air conditioning places, and can I have a recommendation? So of course, and she's ready, and has the experience necessary to get the job. So that's pretty neat to watch, right?
So that's so
away.
rewarding. You're going to see her
Absolutely.
get her diploma and a job in what she's prepared to do. That's
Exactly.
great. So Jamira, let's talk about what you're going to be prepared to do. What are your future goals? Have you decided yet?
I do plan to go to college, and I want to go out of state as far as Atlanta, Georgia. And one of my first offers I wanted to do was Spelman College.
Oh, wow. Very impressive college. What are you thinking of studying?
I plan to major in nursing to get my BSN. And in the process, as Ms. Daigle said, they offer the nursing assistant program, and I am enrolled in that program.
Oh, fantastic. And I know it's a new program. How are you enjoying that?
It's really fun. We do hands-on, and the director, Mrs. Young, she's a wonderful teacher, and she has really helped us understand and learn the process in becoming a nurse assistant.
Oh, that's fantastic. So I wish you luck with that if you don't become a politician now as a senior class president. You never know. So we talked about the reasons why you moved to performance-based diploma program. And we've already talked about how the program provides for individual student needs. But what do you find to be unique about the school or different than what you experienced in a traditional setting?
Well, we work at our own pace, and everyone at Performance-Based Preparatory Academy, we all care for one another. So when we see one maybe either slacking or not doing too well, we uplift them to encourage them that they can get through it, and it's wonderful because all the teachers and staff helps us.
Wow, so it's a nice culture of support that you described? That's fantastic. That's so good to hear. And straight from you as a student. So the school, you mentioned that you're the senior class president.
Yes.
So what other things are happening at Performance-Based Preparatory now that it's its own school that are more like a traditional school? Anything going on?
We do plan to have a prom.
Okay.
We do plan to go to a grad bash, and we have different activities like we do No Caller for $1. We come together and we come up with different strategies on what we can do to raise money and everything just for ourselves. And most importantly, we have the chance and ability to receive a standard high school diploma.
Most importantly, I like to hear you say that. And with that standard high school diploma, we are going to have a full-fledged graduation ceremony this time.
Yes.
Are you excited about that?
Yes.
All right. I hope you're writing that speech.
I am. I have been working on it, actually. 'Cause after they told me I had to speak, I was like, what? Speak? Okay, I just got to go ahead and work for it.
Well, I think you will fully engage your audience. I don't think you need to worry about that. What is your favorite thing about Performance-Based Preparatory Academy?
It's so much I like about the school because it's not just one thing I could put my finger on. Ms. Richardson, Ms. Seymour, Ms. Daigle, and each and every staff at the school, they just have us so enjoying, and we just have fun together. So it's nothing I can really put my finger on and say I like about the school, but it's a really good school, and I love it.
Oh, that's so good to hear. I'm so glad you were able to come share those thoughts with us today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Ms. Richardson, I know there's people watching who want to know how they can get their child in the school, or we have some grown students who would like to know more about how to sign up for performance-based. How would they go about becoming a part of your student body?
Well, there are a couple of ways. We have a lot of people that hear about the program and they just come into our main campus and fill the application out.
Okay.
Or at some of the traditional schools, counselors recommend students to come in
Okay.
to come and check the school out or whatever. So they'll send the applications over.
Okay. So many ways to get in. And people
Yes.
could just call or come by or speak to the school counselor. I know we have trained all the school counselors as to the process, so they're aware and able to help our students
Right.
become a stallion.
Right, there you go, a stallion.
So in one sentence, Ms. Richardson, how would you describe Performance-Based Preparatory Academy to the community?
Performance-Based Preparatory Academy is a non-traditional education with traditional results.
All right. Ultimately, graduation.
A standard diploma.
All right. Fantastic. So for more information on Performance-Based Preparatory Academy, please visit our website at www.stlucieschools.org or ask your school counselor today. Thank you for joining us. Look forward to next time.